gusting 28 knots. We're doing 8 knots now.
You are getting completely drunk.
What you shout now?
You can hear that noise, can't you? It's just...
Yeah, right in the thunderstorm now, so I just started the engine because if you do get hit it might blow the starter motor, so it's good to have it going. And yeah, just hope it goes through quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, quickly, it should go quickly.
Hello and welcome to Nassau.
Yes, we're here to pick up some packages, boat parts of course, and the membrane for the water maker, hoping that that is going to cure our problem and get us water maker working
That
again.
would be lovely.
It would be.
Well, it's been an interesting week with tropical weather, I think we'll call it that. It begins in Andros. I hope you like the film.
Coming up, the blue holes of Andros. Beautiful and mystical. A very wet ride back to Nassau. And at last, our packages have arrived.
So a nice new anchorage, a little place called Morgan's Bluff. It's supposed to be a bit sort of oldie-worldy here. My friend Dowell over there, who was in the last anchorage, said, come here. It's a bit of an antidote for Nassau and the expense. And we do need to get fuel and water, don't we?
We do. So what you mean is it's quiet here and it's a bit cheaper here.
It's supposed to be.
They might have some water here.
I hope it is. It would have cost us $90 to fill up with water in Life Marina, which is the place where they charged us $70 for just taking the dinghy in, so we don't really want to give them money. We'll see what it is here. Hopefully, I mean, someone said it's actually free water here if you go and fill up with fuel, but I'm not actually certain that the fuel place is open. Might have to do that with some jerry cans, but we'll see. But look, it's a nice little harbour, nice little entrance. We'll see what's in there. So there are actually things here, actually coming into the tiny little harbour here now. And yeah, there's restaurants in there, and there's a place over on the beach over there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, that's a good place for lunch, we're told. And the mail ship comes in once a week.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to move because we're in the entrance here. So we do that and then we'll put it somewhere a bit more out of the way. But yeah, it's quaint, it's nice. On the chart, that's where it says there's fuel. And then over here, he was saying it's where he thought there was water on this dock. Got a sign that says marine fuel.
Should I tie up
Diesel?
here
Yeah, let's tie up here.
Morgan's Bluff is very relaxed and the fuel dock is only open a few hours a day. We arranged to come back later and plan a day on the beach overlooking the anchorage. Just kidding. Why do we do that when it's much more fun doing boat jobs? First up, top up hydraulic fluid.
Okay, well, if you saw last week's episode, you'll know that I managed to get the hoses for the hydraulic system, so that should all be working now. Just need some more fluid. I ran out of fluid. I had 5 gallons. I've got another 5-gallon tub here. This is the header tank, which is pretty big, and it's about sort of, well, half full. It probably needs another 1 or 2 gallons, but it was as cheap to buy 5 just about as it was to buy 2 separate ones. So I thought, well, I'll get this and have some left over. And I've also got these things. I got these off Amazon. They're just little pumps, and it might hopefully be less messy than trying to do it the way I did it last time, which was just decanting it with a bowl. What you do is you put your drill on it and pump away. Let's see if it works. I have to be careful not to put too much in. I don't know how quickly this is doing it really. Let's have a look.
Well, it worked, so now we have a bow thruster for docking and we can go in and get some fuel and water. Water first. It is free here and we'll tell you why later. And then fuel. A slightly trickier docking, a small harbour with some tight turns, but no problem with the bow thruster. It's a somewhat makeshift dock. I'm tying us up to a tree. But it's all good and we fill up. The fuel is piped through from the garage across the road, which is why you have to make an appointment. Now it's time to explore.
So we're out for an early morning start. This is called the Below Deck restaurant. Kissy runs it, she's very good. We're going to hopefully have lunch there if she's open when we get back. She does brilliant conch fritters. But yeah, got about a, I don't know, 10-kilometre walk, 8-mile walk to a blue hole, but there's a cave in here. Judy's already gone down there, so let's go and find her. Oh, here's Judy, you found it. The Henry Morgan's cave.
I think that's it. It's just a hole.
Is it? There's a treasure in it though.
Well,
Henry Morgan's supposed to have put his treasure here, isn't he?
I might have found it by now.
I don't think that is it. Look, there's a trail here.
I think we need to follow the trail.
Let's find the real cave, the real treasure. Oh, look at that. Look, there you are. That's a cave. That's a cave you can walk into.
All right, that's a bit more serious. Okay.
It's weird limestone, isn't it? Look at it. It's really, really holy. There would have been a big stalactite here.
Oh, well, there we go. Did we bring a light? We didn't, did we?
We didn't.
I mean, you could shelter here, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to be in here with all the mozzies though. Mozzies and the horseflies. Look at this root. Something's growing above. Its roots going right the way through and down. It's amazing. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, it is. It's stunning, isn't it?
It's different.
I think the tree life's the most interesting thing.
Yeah.
Where would he have buried the treasure? I mean,
Well, not in the cave. It's too obvious.
You think?
Yeah.
An interesting tree, but no treasure. Never mind. Now on to the walk.
2 hours to get there.
Okay, let's have a look.
It's down this road. There's a bit of a footpath. And down. It's down the Queen's Highway.
Cool.
Let's try and find it.
It seems not many people walk around Andros Island. This was once a footpath, but now maybe not so much.
I think that's it. That is where...
I don't think this is the path.
This is the path.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So back to the road.
Well, it's a 2-hour walk this, whichever way you go. We're on the last leg now. A very, very long road with some cars.
Lucky for us, one stopped and gave us a lift.
That was nice. We've got a lift from the nice lady, Jeannie, who also runs the floating bar in the harbour. So she told us they're going to do a full Sunday roast. So we go and, well, not roast, I don't think. It's probably conch.
Yeah,
Sunday
conch.
conch.
I hope
Even
so.
better.
Conch and chips, that's delicious.
Yeah, it is. But that was very nice of her to stop and take us.
And this is a nice walk now along a pine path.
Yeah.
This is what I had in mind.
More like it.
We have arrived. The blue hole. It is quite blue as well. I thought that was just a name for it, but it's actually blue.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Amazing. I wonder why these things came about.
Oh, it's just because of the limestone structure.
Yeah.
A deep blue hole is just the ticket on a hot day. The only question is whether to dive or jump.
Wow, it's so warm. I expected it to be icy cold.
Oh, really? It's warm, is it?
The porous limestone extends from above to below the surface of the water, where the colour changes as you go deep. The top layer of water is fresh, but as you go deeper, the layers gradually become more salty until you reach seawater. Too far for us to see here.
In fact, Charlie's hole sinks to an impressive 417 feet. Its shear walls clearly showing the erosion caused by acidic rain when the sea levels were much lower in the last ice age. The fragile structure left behind collapsed to create these blue holes.
To find out more about these mysterious blue holes, scientists from Bristol University in the UK have been testing the water for decades. These are pictures of Professor Fiona Whitaker on a field trip.
Okay, so we're looking for a well right on the northwest side of the island that was drilled as part of the Land Resource Survey in the late 60s.
Ashton, a local scientist, is working with Bristol as part of the team.
I'm checking the water level, the conductivity, and the temperature of the water with this device. This is what we call a level logger.
Okay. And do you leave it there?
We leave it here for like a minute. Sometimes we leave it for 2 weeks or a month. The battery lasts us for a year.
It says on the sign outside that this is mystical.
Yes, there was a mystery that there's a luca inside of the blue holes, which is a shark head with an octopus body. It's a very mystical creature that they says swims from one blue hole to the next. Either grabs kids or grown people, and you never seen them again.
Oh wow.
And then we have something called the chick chiny. It's like an owl head with a human body. It's the next mystical creature, and they said if you see one, don't laugh, because it'll turn your head backwards and it makes you crazy.
I see.
Yeah.
So these are just mists that surround the blue holes. I
Globe.
see. Okay, do you believe them?
I haven't seen none as yet, but they saying, but Andros is a big island yet has been discovered, so
You never know.
you never know.
The real secrets of the blue holes are no less amazing than the mythical ones. Scientists and explorers are slowly mapping out the labyrinth of subterranean caves and tunnels, giving Andros the blue holes and other treasures too.
Andros has plenty of fresh water, and until recently they've exported it to other islands in the Bahamas. It's always exciting to find a new blue hole, and Ashton took us to one he'd found recently in a friend's back garden.
We went there and we took 30 minutes chopping out of the bush, and when we reached there, we were astonished to find there was a hole in back of our yard, and there was no possible sea route to get there. But
Right.
when we stand on top of the tree, there was 3 or 4 tarpons in the hole.
So they must have come from the sea.
Yes, it must have come from the sea, but it probably during a hurricane or a high sea surge, the tarpons came in.
Right. Wow. So how many blue holes are there in Andros?
Hundreds.
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 So you reckon?
I can't give you a precise number.
So do you think you found them all?
No.
Luckily, there is a trail now that has been cut through to the blue hole. So we're on our way.
This is one of the holes the scientists are interested in examining further, so we took some pictures for them. The idea is to find out how this hole connects to the rest of the network. We are now warming to our mission and head off to take more blue hole pictures and see some of the island. Most of it is pine forest, which hasn't been logged for decades, but it is looked after. These are controlled fires. The next blue hole the scientists are asking us to film is out at sea. I know, I couldn't see it either, until you look closely. This is silt and hydrogen sulfide being sucked out of the blue hole into the ocean. And then nature takes another turn and it starts to pour. Is this a good time to remember we left the hatches open on the boat? Our boat is going to be so wet. Oh my goodness. No real damage, it's fresh water after all. Now back to boat jobs.
Okay, this morning's little job, fixing this annoying squeak that's been there for too long. Had it tied off with this rope to stop it squeaking in the anchorage the other day, but I need to take it off, grease it, redo it. It's just difficult to get to because it's on the back stay above the solar panels. So yeah, Jude's going to winch me up, see if we can do it.
After a morning fixing things, we head back to the beach for that promised lunch of cracked conch and chips. Delicious. This is a regular meeting place for sailors and locals where many a shot has been, well, shot. Then you guessed it, the next boat job.
Okay, I'm just sorting out things in the sow lock and I thought I'd give you an update on these, which are our dock lines. We showed them briefly when we got them in Trinidad, and they've been absolutely brilliant. They're double braid lines. We had octoplat lines before and they just got really horrible and creaky and really difficult to handle. Judy, had a lot of problem at the dock side just throwing them. These are great because they're strong and they're lighter and just really good. And the really good thing that I like about them is this: you can just take them out like that, so you can just reach down and grab what you want, no fiddling around with them. They just come with this really neat system with the velcro on there. I've added some little red bits of line for the longer one, so if I need the longer line I know which one it is, because otherwise they all look the same and you have to fiddle around. So yeah, they've been brilliant, really good. But actually the reason that we went to CMP in the first place was nothing to do with lines. I just happened to see it on their website and thought, oh well, they look good and we need some, so I got them. The reason I went to them is that we've been recommended a pump for the hydraulic steering, because we've had problems with our Raymarine pumps. We're on a second one now, and these are supposed to be really good. It's called an octopus pump, so that's the next job I'm going to do now. I'm going to fit that because I want that before we tackle the Atlantic crossing. Okay, so I'm around in the aft lazarette, so that's all our steering gear. This pump is a reversible pump, the one that I want to change. It's just making some weird noises, so yeah, I'll take it off and I'll keep it. It's working, so it can be sort of there as a working spare, but it's the second one I've had, so I don't really trust these Raymarine ones anymore, which is why I've gone for this octopus pump. It had really good reviews. This a lot of people use them and just say, yeah, they're just very strong. So want to put this one in. Hopefully it should be straightforward. I mean, the setup we've got apparently isn't that straightforward. The guys at Octopus were very good. I sent them a rough drawing of this, really, my little diagram, and they said, oh, we haven't really seen ones like that before. Apparently it is unusual to have two separate rams like this, but I don't mind it. It means that if something went wrong with one of these rams, then you've still got the autopilot. So if, say, this one, which does the normal steering, the manual steering, broke something in here, whatever happened, I've still got the auto helm that I could be using anyway. So they're completely separate, so good redundancy there. So I don't mind keeping it that way. So yeah, they agreed and said, yeah, why not do the same thing. So this is what should be able to do that. I've got my instructions here, so I'll have a little go. Hopefully should be straightforward. that's it. It's mounted. Just got to make sure the fluid stays up. Turn it on. Judy's going to just take the auto helm backwards and forwards. See if it actually drives it, get the air out of it. There's no bleed screw down here, but we should just force it up and into that header tank, I think.
Can't hear it. Is it on?
Well, it's a lot quieter than the old one.
Okay, other way.
Well, that's looking really good. No leaks. Fluid level's okay. Okay, it's done.
As the mailboat comes to Andros and local people here unpack their goods, we get ready to head back to Nassau to pick up our packages. When I say packages, I mean boat parts, obviously. The weather looks good for our 4-hour trip, but then this happens.
So we're sheltering the doghouse because that's what it's like. Come to the Bahamas, they said.
It is wet, but it's warm rain, so that's fine. I'm just getting a bit of rain on my book. But yeah, it's been nice. We had a little bird earlier, came in for a shelter, fluffed its wings and then flew away.
Yeah, I bet wish he stayed now.
Yeah.
An hour later and the wind gets stronger.
Gusting 28 knots. We're doing 8 knots now.
A bit too strong, so we reef the sails.
You're getting completely drunk.
Shouts now.
Then it's just rain for the rest of the way.
You can hear that noise, can't you? It's just...
Yeah, we're in the thunderstorm now, so I just started the engine because if you do get hit, it might blow the starter motor, so it's good to have it going. And yeah, just hope it goes through quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, quickly, it should go quickly.
Certainly do. Luckily there is a good 5 or 6 seconds in between lightning and thunder, so I think it's far enough away. I hope so.
By the time we arrive, it's bright skies again, and we find ourselves in a surprisingly good anchorage.
Well, we've got the clear waters of the Bahamas. There's probably only one anchorage in the Bahamas that looks like this. Cruise liner going out there, another 2 in the dock. This, of course, is Nassau.
We're back to Nassau, yes. We have to be here because we're picking up packages. But the good news is that with a broker, they do at least arrive and get delivered on time. It just costs a fortune.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. We're going to get it. Good news. Let's be positive.
It's a bit of a trip. You're going to have to go right down and past cruise liner dock, I think. But it's easier than walking and certainly cheaper than a taxi. So that's what we'll do. See if we can find somewhere to put this thing. But yeah, pretty amazing. Look at this. Big old ship going out.
Woo, it's a bit bouncy.
It's about a mile to the dinghy dock, past more cruise liners, large fishing boats, and a fantastic Dutch square rigger.
So is this where we can tie up?
Hey guys, is it okay to leave that dinghy there? Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, thank you.
Dockside is humming, and to cut a long story short, we have our packages. They are delivered to the beach, and we manage to slide them onto our dinghy.
Yeah, getting packages to the Bahamas, that's been quite a thing. They're from America, which is all of an hour away, and it's taken a month, and it's cost
Well, a small fortune, I think. Don't do it unless you absolutely have to. That's my message.
Yeah, it's when people have said we should have gone to the US and picked up stuff and put it, and if we could do that, that would definitely be the way to do it. If you're American, definitely do that. But we need visas. It would take 6 months to get visas, so we couldn't have that option. So yeah, I mean, by the time you've done it, it's supposed to be on paper 20% tax, 10% VAT, so 30% markup, which would, it's a lot, but it should be fine. But it's not. It's 100% markup because they add VAT twice. They put lots of other fees on. They put these fees for the agent this end on there as well. So even with our brilliant shipper Nancy doing great stuff the other end, sending it over, this end they put on massive costs. So yeah, do not do it unless you can, unless you really have to.
But looking on the bright side, we've had a couple of days of, night sleep actually, because it's a flat anchorage and it is quiet at night. But during the day here, that is another thing, isn't it? If we were 20, would we?
No. Even when we were 20, the disco that happens behind us, well, it's not a disco because it's not really music, it's just noise, which with horns and stuff within it. I mean, it's absolutely awful. It's like a torture that goes on with the sound there.
You sound like Mr. Old.
Oh no! I mean, it's, as I say, in my teens, I would not have appreciated that sound. I don't know how anyone could.
Okay, can I try looking on the bright side again? Andros, let's have a go at that. We really liked Andros, and it isn't a place that a lot of people go to. It's a good place to check in, actually. I wish we'd done that. And people were going into the anchorage at Morgan's Bluff, checking in and then moving on because it's very easy and everyone's very nice. But actually having that day on the island, travelling around to Ashton, was great because it's called the Family Island. And we were joking with him, weren't we, that he must be related to everybody, and he was. Everyone knew him, and they knew his mother and his father. It got quite funny in the end.
Yeah, it's got a really nice feel to it, so you can't really go for a walk without getting picked up and taken the rest of the way, which is really nice.
Yeah, it was.
It's sort of like the old Bahamas, and it's kept that sort of feel to it. I mean, the locals are worried that it really hasn't had the investment, and it hasn't, and it's a shame. It's partly British fault. We owned it until 73 and didn't really put the investment in there. I think with a bit of investment it could be great. I mean, it's like a sort of a mini version of Cuba. It's just been left. Put some investment into it.
In a way, yeah.
But whatever. It's a nice different place to go. So we really enjoyed it. But we are going to enjoy going to
Eleuthera. I think that's where we're going to go next.
Probably,
that's the plan.
yeah. The more sort of trodden areas where there's a lot more cruisers go on. We'll see how that compares, because it has become a bit of a cruisers mecca now there. So let's see if it's too much.
But it looks lovely water.
Absolutely.
Lovely diving.
Absolutely. And while we're there and in that water, we will be testing out one of the things that we got in the package today, which is a different anchor. I mean, people have sort of said that we're really sort of into the Ultra anchor, and the Ultra anchor's fantastic, don't get me wrong, it's a brilliant anchor, but I want to try some other anchors. Heard some really good things about the Mantis anchor, so yeah, clear water, we'll be doing some nice testing. It's nice filming.
Absolutely, can't resist getting the camera down there, can you?
yeah, any excuse to film underwater here, it's great.
So we look forward to doing that. Anyway, thank you to our patrons for keeping us going really through some of the tricky times we've had over the last few weeks.
The expensive times,
Yeah, we'll be honest. And thank you to our subscribers, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.